Abduction, Chapter 24, Part 1. Tatiana's apartment was starting to feel like home. To see it again after a tense day was a relief. Echo and I went for a walk in the city center to spend some time together, relieving some tension. Neither of us talked about what happened with Masha Ivanovna and Valery breaking into her office. I think both of us felt like we needed time to be us. To make Echo feel special, we stopped at a flower shop so I could buy flowers for her. She held it like it was the most memorable thing she ever received from me as we entered Tatiana's home. The wonderful aroma of cooking food was a warm welcome. My stomach rumbled, expecting dinner right now. I knew that supper would be an hour away. I was getting used to Tatiana's routine and when she intended to feed her guests. I appreciated it and insisted on paying her grocery bill. Echo peeled off toward the kitchen area where Tatiana was singing a folk song softly. I made my way to the bedroom in search of my camera. There were pictures I had not taken a look at since I took them. I was curious about what I had captured. There are holiday pics, but there was others as well. There are a few in particular I wanted to see. My black camera case sat between the wall and a nightstand. I retrieved the case and sat it on the bed to take the camera out. There was one photo in particular I wanted to see. It was a photo of a gopnik outside Irina's apartment. The odds of the gopnik being Ilya were slim at best, and if it were to be him, what would it mean? I slid the knob to turn on the camera. It came to life with a familiar electronic sound. The viewing screen came to life moments later. With a push of the menu button and a few others, I had the last picture I took on the display. Within a few clicks, I had the image of what I wanted to view and then magnify. The image wasn't perfect, but you can make out the person's features in the picture. There was Ilya dressed in gopnik clothing. In the video, he was not wearing Adidas clothing. I looked at the picture before and after with Ilya. None of the other photos contained the young man. I sat on the bed and stared at the image, contemplating the meaning of what I was seeing. Vika Sichenka was missing. For all anyone knew, was abducted from her neighborhood. The circumstances were right to say that Ilya was involved, but there was no proof. There was no crime for dressing up in Adidas sportswear or taking videos of mutilated cows. I needed a second opinion. With a camera in my hand, I left the bedroom in search of Echo. She was still in the kitchen talking with Tatiana. "You need to be careful when you are in the city," said Tatiana. "You are not in Belarus where you are familiar with everyone in the city. Lutsk is different. You don't know everyone. And staying in Masha Ivanovna's office after Valery broke the door was reckless. I should not have to worry about you." "You don't have to worry about me," responded Echo. "I feel safe in the city and Ivanovna's office. I had Richard and Valery there with me. Nothing could have happened." "You are not invincible," muttered Tatiana. "Do not forget that 5 girls have gone missing from this city, and who knows how many from the countryside. And you underestimate what our local police are capable of doing. They could have arrested all 3 of you, and I would not know you were in jail. Would you leave me wondering where you were and what happened to you?" "You worry too much, Tatiana," said Echo. "And the aliens only come at night." "What?" Echo balked. "Would you like to go with me and Yulia shopping when she gets here?" Tatiana narrowed her eyes at Echo. "Do not change the subject. What is this? Aliens only come at night." Echo and I had agreed not to tell Tatiana about the attempted alien abduction inside her apartment. Although Tatiana came into her room at the end of the attempted kidnapping, she was oblivious to what happened. Echo and I agreed it was best we keep it to ourselves. It was better this way for Tatiana's mental health, except now Echo had let the secret out of the bag. Echo's eyes darted toward me as she realized I was standing nearby. I nodded to give my assent for her to tell Tatiana what happened the other night. "Tatiana," said Echo, "Rich and I had an alien encounter in the bedroom that night you came into the room. You came in just moments after the aliens left." "And you didn't tell me?" exclaimed Tatiana. "Richard and I worried about how you would react if you knew aliens visited your apartment. We did not want you to panic and freak out." Tatiana muttered something in Ukrainian before speaking in English. She raised an accusing finger at me. "Richard, you need to take better care of your girl, and as long as you are here in my house, you take care of me also. You should work to keep us safe and tell me when things like this happen." I can't remember the last time I was scolded, and this was the first time by a Slavic woman. Tatiana's ire was raised by Echo and me staying quiet about the invasion. It was with the best of intentions, and to keep her safe. "We meant no harm, Tatiana," said Echo, "and honestly, I was scared to tell you. Being almost abducted by an alien life forces isn't something I want to talk about, and if it wasn't for Richard, I don't know what would have happened to me."